of, is this tilting? Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you don't know me, I'm Devanshi and I love to read and talk about books. I also have an Instagram account where I post a lot of reels and other book stuff. So feel free to check it out. I leave the link to my Instagram below in the description box. So yeah, you can check that out. And in this particular video, I'll be talking about my August release and I'll talk a little bit about my current results. Okay, and see, I am that type of a girl who will read two or three books at the same time. See, but no, just listen. Okay, see, I read one single book. Okay, I usually read one single book, but there happen to be other books in the background. So yeah, I have read 8 books this month, and out of the 8 books, only one was a psychological thriller, and rest of them they were dark romances. And I have read two series. Okay, the Never After series, though I have not completed it. Okay, and I have read the Horror Boy series by Monty J. I don't know if you all know about it or not, but I'll tell you. Okay. See, so let's just get into the video very quickly. I'll tell you the plot and tell you the tropes, and I will tell you my rating. Okay. The first book that I read was Wred by Emily McIntyre. This is the third book in the Never After series, and I've talked about the first two series. And I've talked about the first two books in my previous video, that was July Wrapup. And I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Okay, it was a very good book. I rated it 4 stars. It was good. It was very nice. And it's a dark contemporary romance, and the tropes were amazing too. Okay, पहली बात तो it is मैं नहीं क्यों आई हूँ हाँ तो पहली बात तो it is one night stand turned into enemies of the Secondly, it is reverse grumpy. I'm not saying reverse grumpy. She is the morally great character over here. Okay, she is more withdrawn and stuff, and he has a sunshine personality. Okay, and what else? This is also good guy to bad girl. Okay, she is the criminal. Okay, like she is basically the brains behind her father's drug empire, and he is an undercover drug enforcement agent. So yeah, the odds. Okay, and then so basically they met at a bar initially. Okay, like initially they met at a bar and they were flirting back and forth, and then they hooked up. Okay, it was just that. They did not exchange numbers or anything, but yeah, Nicholas did tell her that his name was Nicholas and stuff. Just that. Okay, like was of night. And then months later, Nicholas was given his job, wherein he had to find the supplier of this particular drug. Okay, so he disguises himself as their new footman, and he tries to enter into this business, and he's shocked to see Evelina over there. Okay, because first of all, she has not left his mind. Okay, since the hookup, and secondly, he was sent here, to destroy the empire, and to see that she is somehow related to it was kind of shocking. And Evelina was kind of pissed off because it came with a different name. Okay, and like I said, she is a morally grey character. She is a criminal, and she just gets pissed very easily. Okay, so yeah, it was kind of very. And she was kind of angry with him, okay, because of the name change. Because, of course, it's obviously one. And then they start to dislike each other because see, she started to hate him because first of all he came with a new name, and because she thinks that he lied to him, and secondly he makes her feel things. Okay, no, okay, and then Nicholas is kind of like he kinds of hate her because she's everything he's against. Okay, like there were times where they would go to do some dirty work, and she would literally just kill people off. Okay, because she is pissed or something, and he is totally against it. Okay, so he was literally having a war behind his between his brain and his heart. Okay. In a nutshell, the book was good. Okay, and I enjoyed it. It was very good. Okay. So yeah, that was Wretch by McIntyre. The next book was Twisted, and I hated that book by was very bad. मतलब पहली बात तो I have never ever hated a female character ever in my life. Okay, like never. But Jasmine, I guess her name is Jasmine. She literally gave me the ick. I hated her. Okay, like very much. Okay. And it was just very like I don't know why I ignored DNF. I have no idea. Okay, but yeah, sure. Okay. So the tropes were, this is marriage of convenience, guys. Marriage of convenience is like a top tier. Marriage of convenience is like a top tier trope. Okay, like for me too. Okay, for me too. Seriously, but I hated this book. Pehli baat, it is a dark contemporary romance. Marriage of convenience. Dislike to lovers, I guess. Yeah, and she is his mentor's daughter. Okay, so the story simple सी है. पहली बार I rated it 0. 0 का ऑप्शन नहीं होता ना शायद से. Goodreads में होता है क्या? I have no idea, but I rated it 1 I guess. Okay. चलो okay. See, so the story is that Julian, the MMC, he was born and got into a very poor family. So since then he has worked hard and now he's a very powerful man. Okay, and वो अपने मेंटर को बहुत ज़्यादा मानता है. ऑफ कोर्स यार मेंटर है तो मानेगा ना. तो बेसिकली वो एक बंदे को बहुत ज़्यादा मानता है. ही हैज़ हिज ओन कंपनी एंड ही हैज़ वर्कड very hard for his company too. So he thinks in his mind, okay, he thinks that he should be the one, you know, who should take over the company once his mentor dies or retires or something like that. Okay, but then suddenly his mentor, he starts to his health starts to deteriorate. Okay, and it was kind of very sad for him. He felt very sad to see him like that. But on the other hand, he was like, "चलो ठीक है, अब मुझे company मिल जाएगी." Yeah, he had this mindset. But then what happens is that his mentor, he basically transfers everything that was in his name in the name of his daughter. Okay, and her name is Yasmin. Jasmine. Okay, yeah. So now Jasmine, she is already in love with the guy. Okay, she is already in love with her housemate's daughter, housemate's son, and they have been in a relationship like for a really long time. Okay, but she had never had the courage to confront her father about this. And also, yes, sorry, also Jasmine's father, his mentor, Jasmine's father's dying wish is to see her get married. Okay, so now Julian, he makes the best out of the situation, and then he puts forward a deal wherein they'll get engaged. Okay, right in front of his father. And what now inheritance तो उसके पास चली गई. Okay, then after some time he has his own agenda. Okay, like I don't want to spoil the book for you. Yeah, he has his own agenda, and yeah, he also proposes that once we are married for like 1 or 2 years, I'll give you a divorce and you can live with that man, whatever it is. Okay, so this was the main plot. I did not like this book at all. Okay, and that's why I did not read the next book, that is Crossed. Okay, but yeah, it is one of the current reads. So yeah, I'm reading. I have read what 5 or 6 chapters of that book. Okay. So now this was the end of the Never After series, and I'll jump to the Hollywood series. This was the highlight of the month. Highlight. It's a very dark romance. Okay, like very dark, and it is also what dark romance, dark academia, dark contemporary, everything, and what else? It has a lot of mystery and stuff, and the scenes that this book has. Okay, and I'm not only talking about the smart ones. Okay, the rest of them, wherein the characters they torture the सामने वाला person, it is very detailed. Okay, so you have to get into this book. Don't get into this book without reading the trigger warnings. Okay, and I thoroughly enjoyed this whole series. Okay, yeah, like I said, it was the highlight. Okay, so see, I'll not get into the books. Okay, I'll just tell you the synopsis of the entire series. कि क्या है, because this is not an interconnected series. Okay, it is totally connected, and you'll have to read it, like accordingly, like what you'll have to read it in order. Okay, to understand what the basic story is. Okay, and yeah, the Never After series, you could read it as you wish. It is interconnected. So वो हो गया. Okay, now what else? हाँ, see, so I'll tell you the main plot of the series, and I'll tell you the characters and their tropes. Just that. Okay, and not get into their love story and everything. Okay, so see, the series. Okay, it starts with 4 boys: Alistair, Rook, Thatcher, and Pave. Thatcher and Silas. Okay, these 4 they come from highly influential families who run the entire town. Okay, they are the elite class people and stuff like that. Okay, and these 4 boys they are the untouchables. Okay, everybody at school, okay, they fear them. Nobody what challenges them because they all are what like they are like psychopaths. Okay, they are literal murderers. Okay, they are psychopaths. They are murderers. Okay, so nobody gets in the middle of them. And what else? Except for Cyrus, Rook, Thatcher, and Alistair, they were born and brought up in a very toxic family. Okay, so they have become the worst versions of themselves. Okay, they are ruthless and everything. Okay, and that is why they are termed as the Hollow Boys. Okay, and they met at each other. They met each other. Sorry, they met each other when they were little, and since then they have formed this little world wherein only these 4 exist. They all care for each other in their own unhinged manner, and they are very loyal to each other. Okay. So now all of them they have this plan that they leave the town once their education is done. But then Cyrus's girlfriend, okay, Rosemary, she was found dead. Okay, she was found dead while she was coming back home from the library like late at night, death was kind of covered up, I guess. Her death was covered up. Everybody said that she died of an overdose, but Silas was kind of like, ऐसा नहीं कर सकते and stuff like that. Okay. So ये तो kind of went into denial. Okay. And everybody, like all the horror boys, they were very close to Rose. Okay, like since Silas and they like since Silas and Rose they started dating, Rose was hanging out with the group a lot, and everybody they had a soft spot for her, okay. And when she was found dead, then everybody kind of got lost a piece of themselves and everything. Okay? So then Silas kind of decides that he wants to take revenge and what else? He wants to find out, okay, who has killed her. Okay, so now everybody basically hold their plan of going out of the town, and they all decide that they will find it out. Okay, so this is the main thing, okay, like the main plot. And once they start digging up Rosemary's death, they start to realize that it's not just about one girl's death. Okay, there are a lot of girls from, and not only from this town, okay, from the neighboring town, I guess so, that who were kidnapped and who were forced into sex trafficking. So this is basically a very huge organization. Okay, so yeah, this is the entire plot. Okay, and like I told you, the plot is very interesting. Okay, so therefore now I'll just tell you about the books. So the first book is The Lies We Steal. It follows Alistair and Brad. Okay, Alistair, he is the rich kid. She is the scholarship kid. Alistair is basically the leader among the Hollow Boys. Okay, he is the one who initiates anything. Okay, like he is the one who decides कि अब क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, like whatever. Okay, he is the leader. Okay, and Briar, she is just okay, she is that kind of a girl who wants to be invisible. Okay, she just wants to be invisible to everybody. Okay, but then what happens is कि Briar, she was found like Briar was like Briar saw something that she should not have, and of course it was related to the Hollow Boys. So he starts bullying her. So wait, and then the story starts. So wait, it is basically a bully romance, enemies to lovers, boy obsessed. He was literally obsessed with it. And did I mention that he tattooed his initials on her finger when when she passed out? He literally did that. I'm telling you. The Hollow Boys, okay, they are totally possessive about their women, like seriously. Okay, so this was their story, okay, Brian and Alistair. The next book is The Truths We Want. This follows Rook, Vanderin, and Sage. Okay, Sage is the twin sister of Rose. Okay, so this book has dual timelines. One was before Rose's death, and the next was after Rose's death. Okay, this is second chance. She is already engaged to somebody else, unwillingly, of course. And this is a secret relationship. Okay, and boy obsessed, of course. Okay, like I loved Rook like a lot. Okay, he was my favorite book boyfriend among all of them, and I loved him like very much. So this was my favorite book. Okay. So the next two books, okay, the truths, no, the blood we crave. Okay, the blood we crave. It has like part one and part two. Okay, so the next two books that they follow, Thatcher Pearson and Lyra Abbott. Okay, Lyra was what? Lyra's mother. Okay, she was killed by a person, and that person was his dad. What? Thatcher's dad. Okay, so they have a very old history. And what else? This is totally what? So the scenes that I was talking about, earlier I was talking about like they were in this book. Okay, how they torture everyone, like how they torture each other. It was in this book. Okay, and also this book has blood cake. Okay, it was just gross. I don't know why. I love dark romance, but I was kind of skipping the chapter. Okay, I was skipping the chapters. Right, there have only been times, okay, where I would skip paragraph or something, but I have never skipped an entire chapter. Like I never read a single scene of I did not read a single scene of smart from this, like from these particular two books. They were very uh, Lyra. Okay, Lyra, she is the stalker. Okay, she is the one who stalks Thatcher, and she is the one who steals his clothes and cologne and stuff. Cologne. Yeah. Like not stealing, but yeah, she uses it. But like she is the one who basically steals his stuff. Okay, and she keeps it. And Thatcher, he is the psychotic killer. He is literally the psychotic killer. Even his father was a psychotic killer. Okay, so everybody is like totally scared. Oh, also, the first two books. Okay, they were also Dark Academia. This is also Dark Academia. So now this book follows these two. Okay, like these two books follow these two, Lyra and Thatcher. And I did not like this book that. Like, I did not like their story. Like kind of surprised, okay, because like I love dark romance, okay, but then this book I did not like it that much, okay, and I'm 101% sure, okay, like 101% ज़्यादा हो गया, but still I am very very sure कि if some of you all have read this book, like this series, शायद से आप लोग को शायद से आप लोग को Thatcher ज़्यादा पसंद आए, like you love their story more, okay, but yeah, I kind of did not like this book at all, but हाँ, stalker FMC, psychotic MMC, he has no idea what feelings are. Basically, अगर उसको butterflies भी feel हो रहा होगा तो he has no idea कि वो क्या हो रहा है. Then he would ask one of his friends, I guess, कि ऐसा हो रहा है, ये क्या है, मतलब ये क्या इसका मतलब क्या है, stuff like that. That was not cute, but cute, I guess, but yeah. हाँ, so I did not like this book that much, but I think some of you all will love it. Now moving forward, this book was also nice. Okay, like the next book, which is The Oath We Give. This book follows Silas. Okay, and I was kind of very keen to read Silas' story because he was the one who was very much affected by Rhoda's death. So yeah, this follows Silas and Coraline. भाई पता है, like the moment I finished this one, like this book, I was reading Coraline as Caroline. Okay, like literally, like for 3 or 4 days, I was reading it. Like I was thinking, कि भाई Shia, like it was basically Caroline in my head. Okay, and then I was making their mood board. Okay, like the aesthetics, and I was shocked to see why it's not Caroline, it is Coraline. But how do we pronounce it? I say Caroline. It looks color better. So Caroline, she was one of the girls who was abducted. Okay, who was abducted? So yeah, she was the one. This is Marriage of Convenience, so you guys will love it. It is very very nice. She's super tasty. He is very charmed. Okay, like he's very silent, but he's deadly. Okay, he is very deadly, and he's also a tech genius. Did I mention that he's a tech genius? No, he's a tech genius. Okay, and all these boys, okay, all these boys, they are very possessive of their women. Okay, so yeah, I enjoyed this book as well. Because if you guys would ask me to rank the horror boys, I'd say Rook, then I'd say Silas, then I'd say Alistair, and then I'd say Thatcher. It's very not like me, but yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, so wait, cut. So this was the horror boy series, and you have to read this. Okay, if you like want to read this, read the cover because Monty Che is what publishing. They're like releasing the second generation books also, like very very soon. Okay, so, I like this book, okay, but I did not like. It was kind of very disappointing. The thing that was like this main thing. Who was that main person who was behind all of this? That organization and stuff. He was what? He was very. He was killed very easily. Like ज़्यादा कुछ हुआ नहीं. It's not a spoiler. It is not a spoiler. It's for the realize. So yeah, in short, I totally enjoyed the series. Like I said, it was the highlight. Yeah. So these were the 7 books that I read, which were dark romances, and now moving on to the one book that was psychological thriller. It was Never Lie by Farrah McFadden. I hate to say that, but I did not like it. I did like it. The plot twist was good. That is it. Like till the end also, I was looking for that one plot twist, okay, that will blow my mind, and I'll be left just staring at the wall for hours thinking, my God, I can't believe it. But ऐसा नहीं हुआ, and that is what I hate the most in thriller. Okay, I really love thriller. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है that I don't like it. Of course I love them, and though I've read like a lot less thrillers, but still I love them very much. Okay, and I'm always looking forward to that one thriller book that will blow my mind. And I was kind of sad because I've been seeing this book all over the ground, like seriously. And it was not that but I know that some of you all literally love this book. But yeah, this book was not for me, and yeah, I did not like it. However, I did like the plot. Okay, so there is so this book follows a couple, okay, and what they are looking for a house, and they come across the house, but it is snowing very badly. So they decide to stay there. So they decide to stay at that place, like just for the night, and in the morning they go because that house was what that house was kind of in the middle of. I not say nowhere, but do talk like there was no homes or anything like that. Okay, so it was kind of a very secluded place, and was the random property. So they decided to just stay for the night, and then they leave the next night. Okay, and while they were staying, strange things happening, like in a normal way, like whatever, like just strange things were happening. They were hearing noises, crashes and stuff like that. Okay, and then the female character, the female main character, story. She kind of stumbled upon a lot of cassettes, a lot of cassette tapes. Okay, and then like basically she realized that this house is of a renowned psychiatrist. Her name is what? Adrian Hill. She was reportedly she had reportedly gone missing 3 years back. Okay, nobody knew if she was dead or not. Nobody found her body, but yeah, it was all over the news because she was kind of very famous. Okay, and this FMC, okay, like the girl, she basically what stumbled upon her cassettes and she realized that she used to see her patients at her home, okay, and she used to record her session, okay. And while she was listening to these cassette tapes, she basically what like story then goes on. Then you realize ki what happened to her. Okay, so the cassette tapes that they tell practically what all happened to her. So wait. So that was the August wrap up. I read 8 books. खत्म हो गया 8 books. Moving on to the books that I'm currently reading. पहली बात I'm reading the fiance dilemma. I guess the fiance dilemma by Elena Mas. I think I've completed what 40 to 30%, 30 to 40% of the book. And Abhila it is very nice. Okay, it is very what cute, fluffy. It is very nice, and I am enjoying it. And secondly, I'm reading the Royal Crown Academy series by Kai Hara. I have read the first book, which I found very nice. It was very good. It is a dark romance. This is basically a dark romance, dark academy, dark romance series. I loved it. And I will hopefully read a lot of thriller this month. Okay, I had a really nice reading month, like I said. And what else? Abhi, I am reading. I told you my current reads. I'm tired, guys. That was all for this video, and I hope you all liked the video. Please do like and subscribe to my channel.